Hey,
Hello, lovelies.
how you doing, Heidi's?
This is Tony and Sue on Making It Hot, and this is our second video. And we chose the topic of flirting tonight because that's exactly how Tony and I kind of broke the ice with one another. Is he flirted with me, and I accepted the flirt without being offended.
That's the key. Don't be offended. It's just like,
It helped that I thought he was cute. So yeah.
oh, and we're in this jovial sort of mood as well. We'd just been in an intense 4 day weekend of personal growth.
Mm,
And yeah, I think everyone was just out to play and
yes,
be bashful and uninhibited
yes,
and
and
open.
exactly. So what I said was, "Hey, my friend Miori and I were actually hanging out, waiting for our flight, and it was actually a couple hours long away. And so I just decided, well, how about if we ask some people out to dinner? So I called out to the group of people on this, waiting around. Would anyone like to join my friend and I for dinner and drinks? And out of nowhere came,
Yes, this crass reply of don't worry about dinner and drinks, but I'll come with you anyway.
and I actually laughed at that.
Right. She laughed, and I'm like, wow, I'm in with a chance here. So I just walked on by and introduced myself, and yeah, the rest was history.
The rest is history.
Here we are, 5 years later almost.
Yep, yep, and we still flirt. And we really think it's an important part of our relationship, to to keep things kind of sexy and kind of
Hot.
hot, yeah. And we also kind of do some flirting outside of our marriage too, but not secretively.
Mm.
We actually, will share with one another if we have been flirty with someone, or if
Or if
someone
there
has
was
been
been a
flirty with.
flirty moment, or someone was flirting
Mm-hmm.
with us, or yeah, it's
and
just
and
not keeping it hidden.
right, and it's okay to do. It's like there are people out there that are really cute or really hot or really, um, beautiful
Remove
or
those.
handsome.
I
And
have found the one, and I'm not allowed to look at anybody else.
right, and
That's unrealistic.
exactly. And we've both been in relationships long enough with other people to know that that keeping blinders on is not a sustainable way to have a healthy relationship. So we're just here to say it's healthy. We think it's
Yeah.
healthy to flirt,
And then
right?
just be curious about, what was it about that
Yeah,
person that you found attractive
right.
about them?
And
And, someone say he had great shoulders or a
mm,
great jawline or a great butt. And I'll be
yes,
like,
or
oh, yeah, I can see
yeah,
that. Yeah.
uh-huh.
And like, whereas the evolution of our relationship, I think it was like around the 2 year mark that we could get vulnerable and actually talk about this.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but before then, we had a lot of work
We,
that we had to
yes,
do on
right.
ourselves. But we wanted to, I wanted to bash people up and gouge out eyes of other men checking out Sue all the time.
Yeah,
But
and
now I just think
yeah,
it's really hot and a big turn on because it's like, wow, I married a hot woman.
right.
I married the sexiest woman in the world to me, like, and other guys think the same thing, so.
So yeah, and jealousy was there, but you know what? Jealousy comes around when we want what someone else is receiving.
Right.
Like it's like if Tony didn't give me the attention,
That's the key.
um, that attention of flirting, uh, and I would, if I wasn't getting that attention and he was giving it to other people, I would be like, excuse
If
me.
I was giving
Yeah,
them more
right,
attention than you, then it's
right.
just like, oh
There would
no,
be a
we
problem.
got we got
Yes.
we got an issue with our relationship here.
Right, and that's
Like
a
that's
red
a
flag
red
right there.
flag, warning bells, you name it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and
Mm-hmm.
Sue has this great question of, would you flirt with that other person the way you would with me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and if you're not, you need to look within yourself and examine the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say look within yourself, it's about setting boundaries.
Right.
You know, if you're going to overtly flirt, yeah, and you really love the person that you're with, you'll give her more attention, which is another topic that's coming in future. But
Right.
you know, if I'm gonna be unbalanced in the flirtation that I give
Mm-hmm.
with people around me,
Right.
and it's way more than what I'm giving Sue, then I need to ask the question to
Right.
myself, what the hell is going on,
Right.
and why am I breaking
Mm-hmm.
boundaries as well
Okay. Yeah.
with myself?
And it's a good topic of conversation, really.
That is another good topic,
So
boundaries.
if you're finding yourself, flirting and keeping it a secret, that is an indicator to talk about it,
Yeah.
because it takes a charge out of the secrecy. Um, I think we as partners are most hurt when there's something
Yeah,
secretive
it's
happening.
all the secret. Esther Perel says it in her book quite
Mating,
often, in Mating
in
in
captivity.
Captivity. Yeah,
A great book to read if
awesome
you're
book
in
to read.
long-term relationship and you're kind of finding yourself stagnant, and it was a good read. We both read it, so yeah.
And then we got introduced to the concept of monogamish through
Jessica
O'Reilly.
O'Reilly,
That's
who
the
is a
one.
sexologist, who has a whole topic on this on a TED Talk, worth watching,
Yeah.
especially if you're in a long-term relationship. But yeah, so
Yeah, it's you know, Jessica makes a really good point that you know the success rate in marriages and like we're heading towards a 60% failure rate when it
exactly.
comes to marriage, and it's just like, is the concept of monogamy flawed? And is there a
Well,
thing of monogamish
I think,
where you're bringing in a third concept or sort of
well,
construct that
yes, the third, I think, stepping back a step or two, is that we have, as in a culture in America, we have this unrealistic expectation that our partners be it all for us.
yeah.
Be our confidant, our best friend, our lover, our everything. I mean, it's like, it's a lot to live up to as the partner, and also it's a lot to expect from another person.
Right.
So we wake up every day making choices of what to wear, what to eat, but we also wake up every day and make that choice of who we're going to be with, right? But we can still appreciate what's around us,
Right.
and be open, communicating about it,
Right.
And that's we're still key. Human here.
Just communicating
with preferences and likes, dislikes, whatever. It's
when you communicate, you remove the charge, and when it's no longer hidden, you don't start creating stories and fantasies and being driven toward that temptation to act.
Exactly.
It's just like when you're talking about it openly and honestly, and just surrender to what is.
Right.
Yeah.
And
it just becomes also comfortable.
If I am comfortable in our relationship, yes, very comfortable, and I actually get turned on by times where I actually witness flirtation happening with women flirting with him, or that he tells me about an incident that happened at work or whatever, and I am like, well, yeah, you are pretty cute, and you get to come home to me every night. So and it creates this separateness that I can see him in the light of, like, not just the same day in day out kind of, like, almost monotonous kind of, we see each other all the time, right? And so when I hear these things, I kind of see him in a different light.
Right.
So it's
The same with Sue.
yeah.
I'm just, yeah, I can see that. Yeah, like it just,
So
yeah. Look, the thing is, early on in your relationship, yeah, I wouldn't go out flirting with other women, you know, or other men or other partners that you're
mm-hmm.
interested in. Um, you know, because you're in that getting to know
Right.
you phase, and it takes a lot of open
Yes.
discussion and communication and
Talking.
trust,
Exactly.
and removing the old stories. The biggest thing for me in where I got to the point where I saw other men's attention on my wife as being an advantage, and was when I conquered my own jealousies and
Mm.
my own fears and my old stories from past relationships.
Mm-hmm.
When I acknowledged everything, and the other big one here is self love.
Right.
Yeah, once, and that's going to be another topic as well. So before you can even attempt to love someone else, you got to love yourself first. I
Right.
can't say that
Enough.
enough. But
Exactly.
yeah, but you know, as you're in a long term relationship and evolves, you know, kudos to you if you can, you know, you're in a relationship for like 3 to 6 months and you can talk openly like this. It'll make your relationship stronger.
Right.
It'll actually accelerate things. And if something doesn't feel right, um, yeah, you'll know then that
Mm-hmm.
something doesn't feel right.
Right.
Um,
And not have real unrealistic
yeah,
expectations that
right.
yeah. If you ever look at another woman, I'm cutting something off, whatever.
Oh, oh,
Right.
oh, you're going to
Right.
cut those off.
uh,
Okay. All right.
anyway, yeah. So
Uh, thank God you didn't sign up for the Lorraine and
yeah.
Bobbitt fan
So
club.
we encourage conversation. Stop. We encourage conversation around flirting,
All right.
and it may not be right for you, but at least it
It
kind of
works for us.
it works for us. Yeah.
A lot of people say, we want a relationship like yours. So we're just sharing what we experience, what we know.
Exactly. Exactly.
And yeah,
So
we're not
anyway,
a be all and end all. We're not catering to everybody. It's just like
mm,
we're just saying what works for us. And
exactly.
it may
So
not work for you. So
mhm.
don't shoot the messenger.
Yeah.
We're just here sharing what we do. And being New Year's Eve here in the United States of America, you better get flirting tonight, people.
If you're not flirting on the outside, flirt like
Yeah,
with your partner because I think it's
you know, being COVID and all. Yeah, like there's never ever a moment where you should be shy about
yeah.
flirting, and just flirt with the one you're with, and it's just it's still a good thing, and it's still okay, and it's
Yeah.
still hot.
Yes. So with that, we
Mm.
wish you a flirty Happy New Year.
Yeah. All the best for 2021.
Yes. Yes. Love you guys. Thanks for listening, watching.
Take care, hotties.
Take care.
Bye for now.